Hi, my name is Matt Drury. I'm head of MEC Interaction. MEC Singapore. It's my job to get clients knowing and doing more digital.
My name is Robert Woolfrey. I'm MD at Millenial Media. I look after the business here in Southeast Asia.
So I think one of the reasons I came over to Singapore was I saw how big mobile adoption was. You know, I think we're about 80–90% smartphone penetration now.
In a lot of markets.
Yeah, and it was really exciting for me moving out to a market where it was that high penetration compared to back home in the UK. I mean, you're obviously doing the same thing. What makes it exciting for you out here?
Yeah, I mean, I think mobile is in such an early stage right now, mobile advertising in particular, and I think the growth rate that we will see in Asia in mobile advertising right now is just so great. The fact that we're at the earliest stages of mobile advertising is what excites me and what's ahead of us in the next couple of years.
I think because the markets are growing so quickly, I think that's a really exciting thing for us. And it's a bit of a challenge as well, because our clients are still getting their heads around how to do it, and it's sometimes quite frustrating sort of trying to lead them down that path, because some of them aren't quite sure how to do it. I think some ways as well, it's not the traditional mechanic that you deploy with displays. So a lot of times with banners, you're not leading a banner to a microsite, right?
You're leading it to an expandable. Yeah. So you're actually doing the execution right in the ad itself. I think that's a big change. Probably one of the things that also excites me about this year in mobile is the fact that agencies and brands are actually reaching out to us. In the past, we've always been coming into you saying, why mobile? Why mobile? And I think this year and leading up to this year, it's kind of switched around, and we actually have agencies and brands approaching us now, wanting to actually advertise on mobile and learning more about it. We're wanting to learn more about it.
I think one of the things about mobile is that because you have to be so economical with the actual space you've got on the screen. I mean, that's a physical limitation. You've got to be really smart with how you do the executions. So, you know, what Robert was saying about doing everything in banner, really tying that to some sort of KPI, whether it's click to call, click to store, click to lead, that sort of thing. So we really can't mess around with what we're doing within the ad. We've got to be snappy with it. Yeah. And I think, I mean, one of the most exciting things for us is location. So out of home, especially out of home around airports, is really, really expensive. We can now augment that with location-based stuff. I know that's something Millenial pretty hot on, right?
Yeah, it's something that we're definitely a leader in Southeast Asia right now, is our location-based advertising. The fact that we've implemented our location-based product here in Asia, where you can actually draw polygons around points of interest, airports, target hotels, coffee shops. And this goes throughout all of Southeast Asia that we can do this. So real important thing about building audience. For example, inbound travelers into Singapore.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
Targeting all the hotels, hotel Wi-Fi, airports is a great audience set that I think brands and agencies now are actually really starting to look at.
Yeah, and I think, you know, targeting tourists, tourists are always big spenders, especially in a sort of hub market like Singapore, with you've got the Chinese tourists coming in trying to buy. I mean, Chanel's one of our clients. You're trying to buy Chanel handbags, or if you're talking about data roaming plans for mobile, they're quite a high value audience.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. The other thing I think from a trend standpoint that we see in mobile right now is video, interstitial video advertising, pre-roll video advertising in app on mobile. That's something that we're seeing. From a growth perspective, we think that there's going to be a very large growth rate in that in Southeast Asia.
I think the problem with that historically has been not having the bandwidth to play the video, but now everything's pre-cached, so that when you fire the app up, the video already plays, so you don't have to have a decent connection to play it. It's already downloaded. I think with entertainment clients, that's going to be big, especially, you know, finding the nearest cinema, finding the nearest or the latest showtime, because a lot of people are booking booking cinema on their mobile. So I think the location is the magic layer of data that mobile can add, that other channels can't add, and I think that's going to be the differentiator for it going forward.
Absolutely.